Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to race number 15 of season 1 of the NR2003 Busch series. Getting ready to cap off our race weekend from here at the Milwaukee Mile with the GNC Live Well 250. As we get set for 20 laps of racing, Leela Bakai on the pole position. She is third in the point standings for a winner this season. Balam Kim is alongside of her. Balam Kim comes into this race 26 in the point standings. Prue Granger in row number 2. Prue Granger comes into today's race, or tonight's race, I should say. She is 4th in the point standings, and Alexandra Sarnes is 6th in the standings. Caitlin Roy is the points leader by 68 points over Isabel Gordon. I'm going to get these cars rolling off as you look at the rest of the starting grid. 74 points ahead is pole sitter Leela Bakai, who's third in the standings. 75 back is Prue Granger, as I mentioned, 4th in the standings. Darlene Ward fell 3 spots down after the race at Ricky last week. She is 5th in the standings, 82 back. 89 back is Alexandria Sarnes, who is 6th. April Winters dropped a spot down to 7th. She's 101 points back. 6 points back, is McGinty Servino, who's 8th. Charlotte Lopez, 119 points back of 9th. She's tied with that spot with Angela Thornburg, who completes the top 10. As we're getting set for today's race here at the here at Milwaukee, it was a caution-free race in last night's Diva Truck Series. Let's see what kind of racing we'll see here tonight for the Diva Busch Series. 20 laps of racing, the GNC Live Well 250. It's green as we wrap up our race weekend from Milwaukee. We also had a driver who had a mechanical failure and ended up dropping out of the race in last night's Diva Truck Series race, so hopefully that will not be the case this time around. As Leela Bakai will lead the first lap here at Milwaukee. Prue Granger goes way deep there for that second position. As Leela Bakai continues to lead. The gal that came in race second in points, Isabel Gordon, all the way back in 40th. So Caitlin Roy in the early part of this race, looking pretty good to keep the points lead heading into next week at Memphis. So next week we head to Memphis Motorsports Park. Diva Cup is still off next week, as Balam Kim is now in second place. Be another 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time green flag to be more specific. Watching The Apprentice on my phone. And if somebody tries to upload The Apprentice, it's probably going to get taken down. We live a Kai. 74 points back of Caitlin Roy. Of course, if she were to win tonight and Caitlin Roy finishes right where she is, that's going to be some points gain on the 92. This is, by the way, race number 15 on the season. I want to make sure I didn't forget to change the didn't make that little mistake that I made in the Diva Truck Series last night, and looks like that is not the case. Next week, looking forward to Memphis Motorsports Park. Last time I did Memphis on this channel was back in the retired Coca-Cola Truck Series, and we went 100 laps without a caution, which is very unusual. Don't know what kind of racing we're going to get next week from Memphis Motorsports Park. Before the following week, we stay in the Midwest with the Diva Cup Series coming back, and we'll head to the 1.5-mile track of Kansas Speedway. So next Thursday and Friday, as I mentioned, will be at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Then we'll have a 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time race at the Kansas Speedway. And I got to see where we go after that, as we're at the midway point of tonight's Diva Busch Series. Let's check the back of the field, see what's going on. Mackenzie Servino back here at the rear of the field. Elena Lydia, who had an okay race in last night's Diva Truck Series. Chow Dang, April Winters not having a good run. Jayla Durazin. There's Joanna Bird. Carolina Bradley had a race last night. Let's see if we can find second in points. There she is, right there. Isabel Gordon. Not having a good run last time by. Scored in the 27th position. So a couple of drivers running well, and points going to take some hits in the standings. So the points are really going to get shaken up heading into next week's race at Memphis. As we're about to have a battle for the lead, Balam Kim is reeling in the Channel Lock Chevrolet. And here she comes for the race lead. This is almost like a repeat of what happened to Tatiana Guerra when she led the most laps in last night's Diva Truck Series race. She ended up finishing fourth. Packets 8th. 9th is Claudia Flores, and Kasumi Takashi completes the top 10. Aguero running in the 19th position. I see both of the Joe Gibbs racing cars running well. Shayla Askarov and Alexandre Sarns running in third and fourth position. Maybe they have a chance to possibly get their first win of the season. Akai is a former winner this season. Balam Kim, let me see if she's been to victory lane or not. Balam Kim has not been to victory lane this season. She, like I said, is 26th in the points. This is good for, let's see, that's pretty good right there for a few drivers that are coming into this race struggling in the points, but the Joe Gibbs Racing cars, Askarov came into this race. Let me find where Askarov is in points. Askarov is 35th in the point standing, so talk about this is a well-needed run for that 20 Rockwell automation machine. A couple of drivers struggling in the points table. Per Granger is running 2 laps down. Not entirely sure what's up with the 77 machine. There she is. And she is still on pit road. Not sure what kind of problem she's got on that number 77, but that is a tough break for Per Granger. And she came into this race 4th in the points. So that's a driver who came in this race running well in points who's going to take a major hit in the standings. So the points are going to be really shaken up after today's race. As we're coming to the white flag, let's see, Isabel Gordon, 31st. She's going to take a hit. Came in race 2nd in points. And as we're on the last lap of the race, and Caitlin Roy. Where is Caitlin Roy? Piston failure on the 77, and she's out of this race, so that's a shame for her. But here comes Balam Kim, a driver who's been struggling in the points table, coming through 3 and 4. And Balam Kim is going to win the GNC Live Well 250 here tonight at Milwaukee. Standings are not yet officials. We're waiting for the final results to come through, and there it is. So Balam Kim will get the win. Leela Bakai gets 2nd. Shayla Askarov 3rd. Well-needed run for her. Sarnes will get 4. She'll stay in the top 10 of the points leaving tonight. Caitlin Roy gets 5th. She'll keep the points lead heading into next week's race. Megan Knight got 6th. Great run for Megan Knight. Comes in this race 11th in points. Will get herself in the top 10 of the points. Wanda McBride got 7th. Wanda came into this race 36th in points. So talk about a driver who really needed a good run tonight. Another quiet run for Brooke Packett, who comes away with the 8th position in her limited schedule this season. Claudia Flores in 9th, and Kasumi Takashi completes the top 10. So nice runs for those two drivers and their part-time schedule, the 0 and the 79. Look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. A lot of drivers who were running well in points going to take some major hits. As I mentioned, Isabel Gordon finished in 30th, came in this race 2nd in points. Elena Lydia, 33rd, came in this race 15th in the point standings. Azara Mirwes was the last car to finish on the lead lap in 41st. That was not the run she was hoping for. And she was 18th in the points. Boy, she's going to take another hit in the standings. Nobody was a lap down, and only Prue Granger was the only gal out of the race due to mechanical failure. A piston is what let go on her 77 car. So the points are going to get shaken up, but Caitlin Roy will still have the points lead heading into next week at Memphis. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race from Memphis, or from Milwaukee. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCS Race Crew today. We showed your full finish results. You will see your point standings heading into next week at Memphis in the description. Until then, I've been Divas signing off. Good night from Cheese City of Milwaukee, as you've been watching another broadcast of PCS Ray TV, the best in racing around the world since 2017. We'll see you next week at Memphis.